Hello everyone, I'm making this short video, hopefully short, for my students in writing class. Let's talk about backstories. Why is there a need to have a backstory? Before I actually write something, I'm actually developing the character's life, so to speak. While I'm doing world building, I'm also building my character. Why is that? We need well rounded characters. So, in our discussion in class, we were talking about the difference between archetypes, stereotypes, cliche, and stock character. An archetype is what you need. So how does that not fit into stereotype? So stereotype is because we didn't put enough detail into the archetype and it left our audience filling in the blanks. And like it or not, society really stereotypes or typecasts people, unfortunately, and that is where your details come in. If you put enough details into the character, they won't feel like a stock character, they won't feel too cliche, provided your details are not repetitive or it doesn't feel like it's just a fan fiction of something that's not going to be cliche. Now, if you have stock characters, those stock characters don't have much details. Usually they are in group setting. It's only there if your main character or your maybe your antagonist also needs to interact with somebody and they're not that significant at all. They just need that particular scene to talk to someone. So you don't need to put much details into them, just enough that the readers will assume their personality. All right. So, what about backstory? Do I have to write a backstory? You don't have to write it per se, like a paragraph into the story or two, but you're going to show that, not tell that. In other words, it will be hinted on around the story. How, why this character reacts, acts the way he does in a certain scenario. You'd never know. Your character has PTSD. Why? Something happened in his childhood or her childhood. Was there fire? Was there flood? Were they not treated well? Something happened. There's something pivotal that happened. That is a backstory, okay? So when you're writing backstory for your own personal gain, not necessarily for your audience yet, you can start out with the name, of course, you will put there. Example: Mark Zuck. He's a zombie vampire from the clan of he studied in. How many are they in the family? And then one day this happened. You can write a whole scenario. Maybe his entire life pivoted from that point on. Maybe it happened in school. Maybe it happened after school. Maybe the whole clan discovered, oh my gosh, he's a zombie. And maybe that's taboo. So that's a backstory. When you submit this to your teacher, for students, that would be me, one paragraph will not cut it. Fill the whole page. The more details you put in, it means the details will be ingrained in your head. So the more details you put into it, the less stock, the less cliche, and the less stereotype your characters are. They will be guided by the archetype. And why is there an archetype to guide them? Will that not make them cliche? No, they fall into a certain pattern because the audience will look for that pattern. As I said, everything else is in the details. How much details you will put into your protagonist or antagonist will depend on you. It will all feel like a realistic character, a relatable character by how you write this. So please submit a or make this backstory for your character. Really imagine their life from top to bottom. If you want to start with them being a baby, was there circumstances that happened during pregnancy? Was there a prophecy before that or during or something? Or an inciting incident? You can start if they're babies, or you can start with the inciting incident. Just fill up the whole page and really think of that character. Every detail you can fit on it. It's fine. we'll fix it later. You can't fix if you don't write anything because there's nothing to fix. I hope this video helps not just my student, but other students who are writers out there. So that's it. Madayaw, everyone!